Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first of all make up what I seen to. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and
Sorry. a tie that screamed of gold, a salesman's tale both sly and bold. The buses rusted, engines old, but Daryl sold them, truth be told. Daryl did it, oh yes he did. Sold those buses, kept it hid. 100 deals under the lid. Daryl did it, oh yes he did. He smiled so wide, his pitch so sweet, the ministers danced to his deceit. Signed the papers, couldn't retreat. Daryl's hustle was hard to beat. Daryl did it, oh yes he did. Sold those buses, kept it hid. 100 deals under the lid. Daryl did it, oh yes he did.
Good evening, I'm almost falling asleep already. That's how sleepy I feel. But I have to come out here to the labor rights this evening. This evening is dedicated to labor rights supporters because usually we are concerned about their children when it comes to the big old yellow bus. But more and more, I'm becoming concerned of the life of labor supporters because they are the only ones who is moving around and will be moving around in these buses. Now we are quite certain that they won't be rolled out under Mark Golden-led government. So we have to now be concerned of the lives of labor rights because I think Andrew Holness and Daryl Vaz is baiting for blood. There's enough evidence across the country. Pull it. Pull it. What are you waiting for? Kendall crash? You must be waiting for Kendall to pull this thing out of what should have never even put in service on our road. Where is the police and the transport authority? Who should declare these not suitable for our roadways? Because if a poor ordinary Jamaicans have these type of old takarams, cause havoc, literally havoc on our roadways wherever they go. You know, thought becoming concerned for labor rights life because Daryl Vaz and Andrew Holness seriously look like them are bait for blood. Labor rights, it will be yours. After election is announced on the 10th, the movement of these old bosses will step up across the nation. Labor rights, una go give one life free, just so, to help the government promote all boss. All boss. And the worst part of it, you all have no shame about it. Una do it like a good sin, una do it like a anything as to what the Antiguans bought from China. Old boss that the minister told us only have a 20% engine life. By the time you done bruise them out and rub them out in order to fool the nation, say, do something to win an election. What engine life is going to left for care with children them to school? And for how long, may I ask, whatever engine life left? Anyway, me not will say good evening yet. I'm saying that I want to sleep. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good evening and welcome to the People's Point of View. We not drop off of the old bus them. Every ton we turn, one old bus getting away with. So until the government pull the old sinting them off a road, until the government send them in rural Jamaica to go turn foal cub, hog pen, rabbit cage, bird cage, corner shop, corner restaurant, something. Even drop them off at school so dinner ladies can sit. A better chance, Prime Minister. Many of our schools around the country, our teachers and our auxiliary workers do not have a room to sit in at break time. What good use? Look for 110 schools. Look for 110 schools that have no day room for their staff, that doesn't have day room or changing room for their staff. Make use of them, because we not think the people them are foreign. I go take back the same thing them found with. Well, the mash up same thing them found with, we take on mash up. Debbie Jerry, Stevie, good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Sharon Bernard, good evening, good evening. Norman Ferguson, good evening, good evening. Good evening, everyone. But then people with the old boss, I get palm my nerve now. Gloria Morris, good evening. Good evening, everyone. How are you? Lawrence Michaels, good evening. Willie Don, good evening. Good evening, Canadian Girl, good evening. Good evening, Beverly, good evening. Good evening, Carlene Richards, Ladybug. Michelle Lewis Wilson, good evening. Hero Bottom, Colleen, good evening. Garrick Wilson, good evening. Good evening. Nelson, good evening. Good evening and welcome. Good evening, Janet. Joan Bailey, rather. Mavis Ashmail. Barnett, good evening. Good evening. Joan Bailey, good evening. Good evening, good evening. Christine Gilbert. Good evening, good evening. Pauline Lewis. Good evening. Lynette Jenkins. Who else is here? Janet Brissett. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Barbara Simpson, good evening. Yvonne Riley. Good evening, everyone. Joy Reynolds, good evening. Good evening, Jacqueline Murray. Good evening. Evening, everybody. Evening. TikTok, good evening. To answer your question, is it Joan Riley? Is it Joan Bailey who asked me how am I feeling? Colleen, Debbie Jervis, Fancy, User 92, Janelle Drummond, Winifred, Elder, Carlton, Fabian. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm doing fine. As I said from before, I was never really in any pain, just more of discomfort. Only 2 set of my stitches left for drop out. The rest of them drop out already. So across my abdomen feel a bit more relaxed. But as for the internal side of things, I'm feeling better as well, because my left side where the surgery was done was a bit sore, and whenever time I touch it, it feel like I'm touching a whole lot of what you call it, bubbling thing in my side. That's how it did feel. But my side start back to feel normal now. But you know, the internal healing takes a bit of time to go. But mentally and physically, I'm fine. I'm doing a lot of walking and so on because I cannot cycle for like 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm doing a lot of walking, keep myself active, and no doubt trying to eat as healthy as possible. But my healing period, my recovery period, I think it's going well. I really did not have a down day throughout the whole scenario. So um for me it was like job just over and done with. Thanks for asking anyway. But mm, but the old boss, every time you turn in our country, you buck up on an old boss with several problems. What we are saying to the government, we can help you to find good use, to put them to good use. What we cannot and will not tolerate is the danger to life, the danger to safety that has been posed by these old junk. Hmm? Uno say new, uno call it new rural school bus system with 20% engine life. I uno don't shame for talk it. Uno talk it like say something we celebrate. Uno talk it like say something the 20-year what a life I go last with forever. I mean, look at the state of them. Hmm? This is one of your legacy, you know, Prime Minister. At Jamaica's 63-year-old, you carry 110 old buses with Denzel Old and Desmond Mackenzie. This is your legacy, Andrew Holness. If you were creating a legacy for us to talk about when you're gone, Almighty God, so we talked about it before you left. It is so popular and you don't left yet. And legacies are a same thing we're meant to come after you. Hmm? Andrew Holness. Legacy normally come after you. This your legacy I go before you. Hmm? This legacy prime minister goes before you. Talk of the town. Labor rights. We know no have no shame. But may I ask you this? You no shame? Because you know hold we down, you know. And rub it all over with face. To put in it work. Hmm? We would have to run left Jamaica go now, you know. If you if they ever walk to pose and say labor rights, then the talk broke down and mash up under my golden government September morning. You would hear the amount of sabotage, you cry, you would hear the amount of what PNP do to make sure say then sabotage the greatest initiative that Andrew Holness ever do for with children to post-ended work. God not sleep in a labor right. God not sleep. God send on a campaign around the country to wake up labor rights to the danger their children are in. But then again, them a labor right. You don't expect better from them. Or you don't expect them to be careful. Because see how them a parade round the country in the old sinting them way. When they in a fasten a road, sinting blow off of them a road, it broke down a road, or it lick up in a people a road. How much more evidence on a want for send the fall cube? You ever see moving fall cube yet, sir? Talk it truth. When you see moving fall cube stay one place. Good God Almighty. What is the Jamaica Labour Party, Christine Gilbert? How you do? What is the Jamaica Labour Party waiting on to pull these disastrous decadents off of the road? Other than the Labour Party is baiting for blood. Andrew Holness, lead like a leader, no? And stop leading like a little petulant, narcissistic sissy, where it must be all about you. I must get the credit out. If you're looking for credit out of these old bosses, you should have done better. You are leader, head of CARICOM for the next 6 months, or I don't know how long the rotation is. You're the head of CARICOM. Why you didn't ask the Antiguan government how it is done? You know the grandiose you would be having at the moment, Prime Minister. But because you're not so ungodly and wicked and thief, this is because you're not planning to pull a wool over the people I know. You could have get worthwhile bosses that all of us could have celebrated and say, at least he never fulfilling 100-day promise, but he doing thing what we can talk about. See there? Wholeness. Andrew Holness. God see my heart. You better you never do nothing. God see my heart, Prime Minister. We would have find it in our heart someday. One generation down the line would have find it in their heart to forgive you for doing nothing. But this, where God we grave with it? We are going to our grave, Prime Minister, with this. Because this come to kill off fellow Jamaicans. Labor rights choose to put themselves at risk in order to play your little narcissistic game. But labor rights are not, they are our Jamaicans. And for them life you are put at risk. Missy said them can't wake up to see it because their head, I don't know out of them in Vegas, whose head is far up your rear end, Prime Minister. But somebody head they way up there. But we still have a concern for them. Because when the bus them cast the havoc on the road, we're going to watch them lay down on roadside and bleed out. Because we don't know how if we pick them up, carry a hospital. And by the time they get to a hospital, they're likely to already bleed out. And if they don't bleed out and something broke up, it can't fix until we from foreign send the money, come do the x-ray, buy the few pin, buy the cast, even the injection. Labor rights. Labor rights. You know, see how we are one, you know? The evidence is clear, labor rights. Yes, you want to support the prime minister. Find a different way to support him. Not at the cost of your lives. Hmm? Not at the cost of your lives, labor rights. I mean, Andrew Holness sang, Andrew Holness' way of singing could have go down as a legacy. This certainly won't, Prime Minister. Somebody have pilfered off the country's money. Hmm? Somebody, Andrew Holness, has pilfered off the country's money. That's why you know got America go get the few donation and they don't have the nerve to turn around and come give away a price list. When you come give away invites for the same thing them with either sensible crutch them out a dungle heap or somebody donate them too, no. May I go come back to the old boss. Because more and more prime minister, Jamaicans are being annoyed by what you Babsy. I said if they have banners to old people. But there's difference of old people and there's the difference to old people and old nasty people or old wicked people. There's quite a difference. What were you all expecting this morning? Debbie, and how you do? What do you expect this morning? Because a lot of people never watch the waste of Jamaican money last night. A lot of people never watch the waste of the country's money. But in relation to the old boss, what did you all expect the nation or feel this morning, given that it's two different things, Jamaica, America, J and A. Hmm? I wonder if the Prime Minister will find one extra I put in America. Hmm? Or one extra M. You brought the American school bus into the stadium where we were celebrating our culture or heritage. Hmm? You brought Lady Light all the way from somewhere in America. What were we celebrating last night? What? I mean, our motto, out of many one people, is referring to the people, not to our international partners. Out of many one people does not draw our international partners into the midst of it. It's speaking about all of us Jamaicans at home, whatever ethnicity or group or makeup we come from. That's what it is referring to. It never referring to so when we are celebrate, we can get American old bus or we can get Americans to come and turn up on stage and turn around in a light. When the health care is in crisis, we'll get back to that. We will get back to that. It's obvious that Cliff Hughes have a problem. I don't know if Daryl Vaz said it or Cliff Hughes just make it up, or if Daryl Vaz and Cliff Hughes conjure it up. I know I am and Vaz pay his minions to always be going at ISAT. Let me say this though. There's a difference to an unconvicted, continuous criminal, which Daryl Vaz is, as opposed to a criminal, quote unquote, who has done his punishment, has gone through his rehabilitation period, and has made the most remarkable turnaround. Something of an experience, something that you would want your child who's going off the rails, someone you would want your child to emulate if they have taken the better part in life. As opposed to Mr. Vaz, who raped and murdered Diane Smith, who murdered Dr. Bloomfield, who murdered his very own friend Samuel Dixon, and I may add, turn up at the scene before the police even got there. The Jamaica Labour Party usually spit in the sky. The Jamaica Labour Party have a way of spitting in the sky. We know the Prime Minister is a criminal. It is why the Prime Minister is in front of the court trying to demonize the Integrity Commission. Marissa Dalrymple Filbert, the criminal, had just pled guilty to stealing public money, defrauding public money. Why do you all keep spitting in the sky? Bobby Montague is a rapist. Look at Mayor Bell Navis. He just shot his very own lover the other day. Good God Almighty, labor rights. Tone it down. Tone it down, labor rights. Una don't have the credibility to come out here a tooth hand. Not one of you over there of the 49 can lift up una hand and say una have Isaac Buchanan's character. Isaac Buchanan made his mistake as a young boy. He has been reformed and has done better than any of you in the JLP will ever manage to do, because we give on 9 years and look where on turn up with all boss. Isaac Buchanan can formulate policies. Isaac Buchanan know how to get things done. Isaac Buchanan can manage people in order to get things done. Not to just be the big and mighty I am. We don't never care about Portland people until Isaac come. Want to get up and care about Portland people now, for? Right? That's why the young people don't want to have a conversation with you. The one that sent Mary beat and teach me just show the Gyratin one that sent Mary. But these Gyratin buses are brought down and a crash all over the country. All over the country. These Gyratin buses, these 20% engine life buses. What Daryl Vaz tell we say? Don't tell me I've covered over Daryl Vaz. How bad is that? What Daryl Vaz tell we say? is only 20%. No, see there. 20% engine life. These were what the people they were promoting as new rural school bus system. Labor rights were appealing to you once more. Don't just throw up your life just so. Don't just throw up your life in order to support the Prime Minister. You've seen the danger. The danger is clear to everybody across the country that these buses will never work for our roadway. It's dangerous, labor rights. And I'm beginning to concern about you all now. Because I say, when they're playing Signal Sunday night, the Prime Minister is going to have you all across the 14 parishes on these old buses. Labor rights, it's a risk too far. When you don't have the money, you look at yourself. Remember, on a favorite politician, them, now go look pound. When you meet in an accident pan road. Kingston, anybody want to make money Sunday, then you should be selling water and drinks in a halfway tree and crossroad, because the JLP will be having their big wahala in halfway tree on Sunday, where we hope the Prime Minister will announce nomination on election day, as well as the People's National Party will be having a grand old rally, their final parish rally, I think, on Sunday in Crossroad. So if you want to make a 2p this week, this Sunday, then you know that halfway tree and Crossroad is where it is at this weekend. But if you want to make more money, I would advise you to go to Crossroad, because you know PNP are going to come down bank to bank when it comes to Sunday evening. The JLP are going to turn out as well. Trust me. They're going to roll up, because it's expected that election will be announced. They should not be allowed to have that meeting in halfway tree. So prepare yourself. They're going to turn out, because they're under the anticipation that the Prime Minister will announce the election date, which will be jubilant for both parties, but the Jamaica Labour Party will be jubilant under their breath, because they have seen the defeat way ahead of them. And Vaz, we're going to remind you and the Jamaica Labour Party that we're recording your violence, even though the Prime Minister has destructed the office of the political ombudsman. So when I know if we go complain to, or when a body for complain to. And I'm going to probably next week or so do a show, gonna need to conjure up hope of these police abuse videos. But in the short, we're calling on Mark Golden and his team, as soon as we get into government, do something about the wanton police brutality of motorists and those in our market and our city center. We need to also redress the market and vending things as well. We need to redress that. Only the vendor them and the association and so on need to sit down and have discussion. But, Mr. Golden, the wanton police abuse, we're going to ask, because this government here, we can't get anywhere with them. We can't cut no deal with them because them not listen to it. Them not listen to it. So when them now will get anywhere. So we're asking you, Mr. Golden, when you come to power, the wanton police abuse that we see across our country by what I sometimes dubbed as JLP police, because a lot of these police seem to be taking instructions from their JLP masters. And if you listen to what is happening to what's him call it? The other criminal. The Western St. Thomas criminal. James. If you look at how James' opponent is being treated by the police, you can tell that there's order being taken from their political superiors. As well as the video we're going to play you, the same thing seems to be happening in St. Thomas. Is it St. Mary? I think it southeast for Don?
Lick out all the man wing nine and mash up around the man house and kick off all the man nigga door, you know. Without a search warrant, you know. John know my youth, I hear me. I don't see them go on the labor right place, you know. Not one labor right yard, I don't see police them come and go from what they are. Swear to God. I'll be a PNP man, them a take set, but that means something not right. We are not fool. Something not right. And then on a power too, you know, them a tear down on a power. So then go on a Spraga yard. Spraga, I mean, I tell you, politics war go on no bad man. I think it's done. But this man call this election and done with the virgin. The police, the man I youth fight this thing here in the virgin. I'm here on the talk here already, you know, man. I'm not lying, you know, man. Not even bush, we don't feel for going a bad man. Because I don't want a man come hide in the bush or come hide from grazing road and try kill me when me come on the front, you know. The rest of the team drive me, I drive go there in a budget. Because now, do no business still after this election done, bad man.
Do you understand the situation the country is in? When the Prime Minister destruct the election watchdog. The Prime Minister has destructed the election watchdog. And then the dictator that the Prime Minister and the Jamaica Labour Party is, they're using the security service against their political opponent. You know that's dictatorship, isn't it? Remember, he did it to Joseph Patterson in COVID. I think it's still an ongoing case. Una don't mind, Paul. Una don't mind, Paul. Una know say labor rights have a way of being tone deaf. You see it from the Prime Minister on a regular basis. You see it from even Daryl Vaz and the entire Jamaica Labour Party now. Even when the boss them a give them an accident a day, a broke down per day, a wheel fly off per day, they're still tone deaf. They're still willfully blind. Even though we don't want nothing to happen to them. We don't want anything to happen to them. That's why we're asking labor rights not to go on these buses. They're not safe. The evidence is overwhelming. If you buy anything from anybody and you're having so much problem with it within the first month or two of purchasing it, you would take it back. You wouldn't accept something from Amazon, Temu, or any department store where you buy for service, for serve you, And then every time you turn it brought down. Paul, one way I go, sir. One way I go. Come here, I talk about two different things. May I talk about two different things. Me understand say you talk for your party, but you should know the way your type no make no sense either. Because you see a lot of political violence. We have the video of them that you've seen in public. Eugene Brown, how are you? You've seen a lot of the videos in public where labor rights are advancing violence, political violence. You've heard the Prime Minister, haven't you? You've heard Desmond McKenzie. You heard and seen Daryl Vaz. Even Cliff Hughes is advancing the same level of violence. I don't know no thing to say. People are going to curl up tone of violence and not vote out the most corrupt leader we've ever had. The same thing is happening in St. Thomas. St. Thomas. It is also happening in Portland. And you know the Portland people, them they like to murder their opponents and their friends. I mean, ask Daryl Vaz if you disbelieve me. You are dividing Jamaican. You're not helping talk equally, not on one side. Right, what do you want me to do, Paul? What do you want me to do? I'm talking about the sitting government and the things that they are doing. Provide me the things that PNP are doing. No, don't go back into the past. I don't want to hear about PJ and Portia. I want to hear about the crimes that the Golden Team is committing now. The wrongdoing that the Golden Team is involved in now. Please don't bring up anything about Portia or PJ. Coming out talk about Siaga and Bruce Golden at the moment. I'm talking about Andrew Holness. So you tell me the things, the crimes that the PNP, the crimes and the wrongdoing that the People's National Party is involved in. If you have any videos of where the People's National Party is going out there imposing political intimidation and political violence, other than Miranda Wellington, who made a speech, which I pulled her on up here. Provide me what you want me to talk about that the People's National Party is doing. Accountability, Paul, is for a sitting government, not for the standing opposition. You do not hold opposition to account. You call them out for their lack of, which, if you know Global TV, when I thought Mark Golden wasn't up to par, I drug him here, I drug him there. Now Mark Golden is doing fine. I have absolutely no reason to drug him. It is though, Paul, on a daily basis, we will soon move down to hours where it is falling apart for the Prime Minister and the Jamaica Labour Party. Corruption here, scandal there, money been swindled here, kickbacks been going here, bad contract. It's all going down. What you all need to tell the Jamaica Labour Party, stop giving these busybody vloggers things to talk about. How are you alone seeing political party war? Okay, let me play you a video from a parent, a very concerned parent from St. Thomas, from Portland, rather. And I don't know if you saw the violence by Dean Jones in last year's local election. local government election. I don't know if you saw the violence by members of the Jamaica Labour Party in the 2 by-election November gone, where the police have to intervene and fire warning shots.
Because yeah, me make a voice note in this. I don't know where going to mention the division, but me get to understand say you have some youth along with you go around. I beat the youth them. When time they say they now vote for Anna Rivers, we Paul Thompson about there. I make them a beat people. Sunday night my son got a football match over there and they attack my son. Well, my son and Paul Thompson are second cousin, right? When election time, he say, "More vote for Paul Thompson." We don't have a problem because he feel for the PNP and feel that I don't vote. But him say, "I vote for his cousin to put him in a way one." Going now. Yeah, him and Paul Thompson are second cousin. Now the youth say, "In now voting on."
I don't have proof. The Jamaica Labour Party have made alarm that their posters are being torn down as well. What we have proof of, though, is of the mayor of Montego Bay involved in that. He was taken to court. No, yes, yeah, he was taken to court over it. We have proof of that. We have proof of them removing and destroying Isaac Buchanan's posters and paraphernalia. We hear Judith Cockburn Finn come out and cry wolf, but we don't see any proof. Let's continue to listen to the violence advanced by the Jamaica Labour Party in East Portland.
Anne-Marie Bazim, I give the Rasta a chance because the Rasta do great things for them. Everybody knows that then youth there, a cartel youth them. And then say there's nobody couldn't take out them road bars out of jail away from this Rasta. So them have to honor the Rasta for the Rasta do for them. Now the youth talk them have to go honor the Rasta. That is the only honor Isaac can get is to give him the benefit of the doubt because in do great things for them. They release world boss.
When someone
yeah, having watchdog, then we are back in the news to him. So they attack my son with knife and something over football match Sunday night. Yeah, because my this the insane call the youth then fi have meeting with them and the youth then say they not go no way. Because it's only when election I come up in my consent call him and don't pay them no attention.
Hold on there, Paul. Little violence I go on both sides. How about no violence go on either side? How about we just turn up peacefully at the polling station and vote for a respective party without being violent about it? Paul, when election are keeping in England, nobody don't know. Nobody don't know. We say we're a Westminster democracy. We can get rid of. You see, the reason why these level of violence and intimidation are involved in our politics is because our politics is short on policy. It is why the furor that you see the Jamaica Labour Party is going around the country with, because they are lacking on policy. The People's National Party is not having that problem because they can tell you what they're going to or hope to do in various different areas or sectors. Whereas the Jamaica Labour Party has promised those 9 years ago and 5 years ago and have failed to deliver on them. That is what the problem is. That is why they're bullying us. That is why they want to bully the nation into going where they want the nation to go, because they have failed. They have been given the chance. Them never make use of it. You can't hold the nation guilty for the Prime Minister sit down stealing from the nation for 20 years. You can't hold we guilty for that. You can't hold we guilty, say the very integrity body set up by this Prime Minister, the Prime Minister and this very integrity body is in front of the court colored up. That's not our fault. The Prime Minister said he made his wealth honestly and he worked very hard. I mean, everybody will work hard and earn their money honestly can provide proof of where them get it from. Your Prime Minister cannot tell us where him get $500 million from swindling through various accounts and shell company. That's not our fault. It's not the fault of the People's National Party either. Hmm? Good God Almighty. At some point, he could have tapped thief. At some point, he could have done something for the nation rather than sit down and thief for 20 years and then take 9 years to start out 110 old bus. And don't want to talk. Hmm?
During the time of election, don't pay them no money, deal with them. And every time election I come at them time, then this them a road angle them. And when election time I come him, I run a come for them. I come for come out him, I keep meeting and then running away. So then I keep no meeting with him in a Kensington, then I have nothing to do with him because then I voting for Anne-Marie Vaz. So I have a man
How much time have you seen Daryl Vaz, the murderer, stand in public and public political stage and plan to slash people's throat? Threaten to slash people's throat. It's not like we make up on Daryl Vaz. Go back and watch. If you can find the campaign that was in West Portland in local government election last year, go back to the November last year conference of the Jamaica Labour Party. After Daryl Vaz done speak, him tell we 2 times him I go cut somebody's throat. Show me something of that from the People's National Party. You can't want me to get up and walk and make up things, talk about the People's National Party when we don't know about, or when them not give if you talk about in a public. And so you go. When they do it, you watch over here. Over here is going to talk about it. When Miranda sit down and sentence bed say, if a war, you heard me come out and Miranda and tell him, say, not in our Southwest St. Elizabeth. Not in our Southwest St. Elizabeth. Because we are not tribal in our politics. And that's not what we expect from the PNP. So don't come and tell me, say, me I call out Labour Right 1 over here. Because Labour Right give us something for talk about every day. We're going to talk. When you criticize the PNP, then we take telling and then we pull up them socks. Labour Right, on the other hand, Paul, give us a disgrace per day. Tell the Prime Minister to tone down upon the disgrace, no? If you don't want to tone down upon with gobs. The Prime Minister ought to tone down on the corruption, the scandal, and the disgrace. And that make we out here every day attack. You probably don't know when we used to run out Palmer Golden regular. When we see Andrew Holness and in crony, them a pop down the country and they look like Mark Golden turn a blind eye. Me one we used to run out pan him regular. So don't come over here, come tell me say me bias because me now dig up the sins of PJ and Portia. I'm not concerned about PJ's and Portia's sins. Like I'm not really concerned now about Bruce Golden and Siaga's sin. I'm concerned about Andrew Holness's sin. And the minute Mark Golden get there, I'll be concerned about Mark Golden and the PNP sin. I cannot keep going back to the past like some of Jamaicans, both Labour and PNP, keep debating the past. We're not going to get anywhere with that. What we need is progressive policies. Progressive policies that can implement, that can move us forward. And that we want. The hope of debating history is useless without us doing something to propel us forward. You know the history. What are you going to do about it? Is the question. Labour Right cannot win the election by violence and intimidation. What they should have done is what they have promised and have failed on. It is what their very problem is now. failed promises.
Attack the youth them. We are beat them 1-1, but me make sure talk, it will be fire upon top of fire, because if one of them did do my son anything over Long Road Sunday night, the two of them over there, one a Royal Boss and one a BB. So me no know what authority then got to walk and beat people for this man. This man son now walk and beat nobody for him daddy. And them a take it up. Someone know say no, nobody not free to walk again if you not have a choice of your own. Me never know say with that person have a choice of their own, because that's why me always tell myself, you see politician fi collect something from politician. Me are one of the hardest person upon galant fi make a politician give me anything, because you see when time and give something, it come like you can't make your a decision for your own, because he may be say my help the youth as in cousin is the 100 black and 110 bag of cement. So it come like you want have the youth and the hostage. We then tweet 100 black and 10 bag of cement, which me the youth say more give them back. So it come like say in say my help the youth, and at the end of the day I use that against the youth. Say him have to definitely vote for GLP. What me say me talk, If none of them did hurt my son over Long Road Sunday night, the battle will be utter, because when they think of peace and safety, the youth from before the PNP, I man Paul Thompson first cousin, and the man don't vote for Paul Thompson. He say no vote, no time attack. I now vote against him and he now vote for GLP, right? And them are use it in our warfare now. So him and Paul Thompson are cousins. So because when Paul Thompson say him to go up, I send him and them to come beat him. Well, make them beat him. The only one put it to make people know where going around the place. And then beat one already and they are court. So when me not know, the man complained to me yesterday, say them beat him and him stand up there as a mayor and watch the man them a beat him from him and come from along with him and tell me yesterday when time we are talk about it. And him as a mayor, a big respect, say my big respectable mayor. What kind of mayor you is and stand up and watch man a beat people? Come on, man. We need these things up. People need to go out there. Because at the end of the day, the poor youth, at that time I use a scare the youth, them now. Because the youth then say them have to vote for the man because the man free them road dog. And not only the boys, them alone, your sister, the young girls, them I say it too. So then see, everywhere then go and I try if you say, them get the young people, them if you say, well, election I come, I eat them, I tell them, say then they panic now, them I feel, help who help them roll bars. So it a bun him. So me want people to know now say the young youth them know where decide to go vote for Isaac Buchanan. Him have man a walk to go beat them. And that I feel him believe and I way my take I walk one or two get beaten already. And my son was supposed to be the third one. But my son wise. Because when them a send call him in a darkness with knife and something tell him say he not do no business in the darkness with man, because man no man that have no business to walk go in a darkness. And he's a man of a kind home. Someone know what authority Paul Thompson if you send people out there beat, stand up and watch people and send people for you beat people, and when he done he say he don't know nothing about it. Because when we page him, he must say he don't know nothing because he never send nobody if you go do this thing. But as for them are grown, them are this the boss. Nobody can say then if he say vote and then say then vote, them people are this him. Someone know if him I run things in this division with people and them mind. If nobody not supposed to can't have a right to say them they go do what they want to do. They want to a bully style them come with. But we can't tell World Boss and BB any how they do my son anything along road, man. The attack claps that confident way, man, because guess what? They only see people. Nobody now have to go. If you are going like how them are going for people know who is people and what people can do. You understand? They're going to prove them badness wrongful because what? You are come out and beat people for another man. You beat people for yourself and your family. Right? And at the end of the day, when election done, man, I run and I angle them like a dog and drunk off and around him. So, me don't go I make people people aware of what go on with the young youth. Them know. Them are scared the youth. Them know. Because the youth, them are telling say they now go out there. So, them are use man and scare the youth. Them.
To the JLP supporters, if you know of any political intimidation or political violence coming from candidates or supporters of the People's National Party, get us those videos, because we're not afraid to shove them out. But what we can't expect us to do around here is to make up stories that would equal out the JLP dismal behavior. It's not really how it works. If you all know of violence advanced or promoted by the People's National Party, come and tell us about it. Come and tell us about it. Get the videos and put them out in public. Sifu Francis, how you do? Come fair, Ringo. Get the videos and put them out in public. But when we talk about the violence advanced by the Jamaica Labour Party, supported by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, there's evidence to back it up. What you all need to do is to temper your behavior in the Jamaica Labour Party. The violence or intimidation or threats will not allow the Prime Minister to win the election. The more the nation see that behavior advance, is the more it's going to turn the nation off. Particularly those of us who are in the 50 and above age group, who remembered well the chaos of the 1980 general election. We will be very turned off by it, which is a huge part of the voting bloc as well. So the advancement of violence by the Jamaica Labour Party, you all fail on the failed promises. So no can't come back with that. You've tried the bus, Ketep. Ketep. Every move. I don't know if the bus them come in with hypertension, hyperglycemia, and high cholesterol. Or they are highly stressed. You know, those are some of the major illnesses: stress, high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol. Maybe the bus them come in with all of them complain there. Have you ever short of seen one of Andrew Holness bus on road in a something? And why is it, members of the Jamaica Labour Party, that you feel safe? You feel safe in putting your children into the danger. But as we say, we're not even debating. No, people. As we're saying, we're not even debating your children now. We're debating you. You, the government, when them, in a them possible siren or chauffeur-driven car ahead of you, them don't care what happened to the old bus. They really don't care what happened to the old bus. Or if the old bus turn over a road or buck up in a something a road, I know them feel it. Because they're not going to put their life at risk. They're not going to do it. People, Francis, surgery and everything went well, you know. Honestly, I only had one sick day, and it was just vomiting. Like the Wednesday, have the operation Monday, and the Wednesday, I vomited a lot on that day. That was my only sick day, to be honest. I've been up and about from the day after surgery and been feeling well. Even the painkiller them what they didn't give me. Me never have to take them because they give me some opium painkiller. They give me opium and paracetamol, but I use the paracetamol, but not the opioid. Coming around and get addicted to them. So I didn't even have to use them because I wasn't in any pain, just more discomfort and tightening of my abdomen and so on. But I'm really fine. I think it's my recovery surprised myself because I was prepared for a couple weeks of bed rest and so on. And then after the surgery, I realized I didn't need it. So I just get back to what I'm used to. Really, thanks for asking. The danger labor rights. Are you UNO? And why me come out tonight I warn on the labor rights? We've seen the overwhelming risk and danger of these buses. We know that they won't be in service for September morning. So we are pleading to you because after Sunday, when the Prime Minister announced election, the movement of these buses are going to be stepped up across the country. What foolishness you don't like to hear, Beverly Smith? The movement of these buses are going to be stepped up across the country, placing you all in danger, more risk as what we can see on a day-to-day basis when we'll not fly off, them buck up in another vehicle, them have a problem going round corner, the engine them life, because as Daryl Vaz told us, they only have a 20% engine capacity. That's all left of it. So you know, say, if doctor tell you, say, your heart is working at 20%, you ain't got long left, my dear. If doctor tells you that your heart is 20% good, you're on a journey to heart attack or heart failure. So don't pretend like a bus with 20% engine life can manage Perchy Hill or the hills of Portland and St. Thomas and some of the rickety-ticketies of St. Elizabeth. It just cannot. They're not designed for Escana roads either. They're not designed for driver see run properly ahead of them because they're left-hand drive where we not use, where we not do. The risk is too high, my people. The risk is too high. Don't lay down upon your hospital bed and turn around and be sorry. Do not lay on your hospital bed and be sorry.
No, people. Look here, them out me doing a road. Watch ya.
I idiot them.
Watch ya.
One bag of
Uno watch ya.
One bag of
Uno watch ya. Uno watch ya.
I know school time.
Watch ya. In a road. We're not going to let out to pick them. No, people. We look how they take up for eat that in Jamaica. Look how they take up for eat that in Jamaica. Uno look. Look how they take up for eat that in Jamaica. Look, people. Uno look. When they not eat basmati rice and cigarettes, they give you all both. When they not eat rice and sitting, they give you all both. Uno look here.
If the leader loves the people, the last thing the leader is going to do is to put them at risk. This is too high a risk for Andrew Holness and Daryl Vaz not to call off. These buses must be removed out of service immediately. They must be removed off our roadways. They are a danger to life. They are a danger to safety. The evidence is overwhelming. If Probox, they are crashed so, we would hear it on the news. We would hear RDR and JBC. We would have them try to do some survey or some recall. Does it appear to you, labor rights, that something is wrong? Are you going to seriously wait for the disaster to happen before you take heed? The Prime Minister is going to go around the country with these buses after Sunday, you know. Because the Prime Minister wants to go around and make sure him shore up every little vote he can. The bus can't even manage the road in the city is even a danger to the bus them. Never mind rural Jamaica road, where we don't have road, craters and potholes and ditches. That's what these old buses with a 20% engine life, 20%, 80% of it rub out already. God bless well left. And we don't start spend pan tire yet. Jamaicans wake up. Make politicians stop use we. Of whichever party we're from. Make politicians stop use we. This is using by the Jamaica Labour Party just to get look a vote. It's not fair to the people that want to put at risk though. Because I'm sure the Jamaica people will vote on out so you don't get the chance to put with children them at risk September morning. When you don't get the chance to create havoc on the roadway when September morning comes. Labor rights, when you hit the follow button, no whole heap on there, labor rights. Why? When you there and just don't want to give the program a follow. Give the program a follow. 48 on there. Hit the like button, man. When you're there because you learn something. Even though you may not like what you hear. But somebody needs to tell you, say, stop putting yourself at risk. Stop putting yourself at risk, labor rights. When you sip on yourself, say the buses are not worthy. If I did the PNP carrying those old, rejected, long time broke down bus, you would not have the same cries and complain. You would be having the same cries and complain. Let us do what's best for us as a people and not what is best for our politician ego. Because at the moment, JLP, what you all are doing is coercing Daryl Vaz and the Prime Minister's ego, which doesn't provide you or your children safety. So if you stop it, think about yourself before you think about Andrew Holness. Like how Andrew Holness think about himself before you think about the nation. That's why the Prime Minister could steal for 20 years, enrich himself through multiple bank accounts and shell company for 20 years, and still have the nerve to turn around come tell we say him never exploit the Jamaican people. Where you get the $250 million from, sir? were run through the Shell company and leeching and Jamaica National Bank. Where you get the $250 million from? Where you can't tell whether $250 million there will run through various different bank and shell company. Where is it? Where you get it from? Because if you work it honestly, you should be able to provide receipt for it. Ladybug, you don't even have to buy the MP them. As I said, 7 per parish. When we calculated last night, is 7 per parish. Look for 7 people in each parish and give them one of the bus. If they want to go start a full cub, if they want to go start a ag pen, if they want to go start a little corner shop, a little clothes shop, or a little restaurant on the street, on the road corner. We can find many use for them. They can carry them go to school for the dinner lady, them sit down and selling, or for the auxiliary staff, them at the school, have somewhere to sit down and have their lunch, because when rain fall or when them to have their lunch under tree they end there because school don't have them facility there. So we can find good use. Here Colleen say you can live in a hit also because caravan are big living in a foreign. You just have to adapt it to what you want. You can turn it into local offices. But one thing we are sure, they're not suitable for the road. The Cornwall Original down there with the hopper, zinc pan and tin pan. Carry them down there, go, they can't turn all ward. If you ask me, because it's better than what we have. It's better than what we have right now. Mobile home trailer park. We can use it in our community as a business center. We can use it as a business center. Like some of them bus park and places where you can have them in there and rent them out to people for use as shop, but we're not going to make $1.4 billion gosso. So that's why we are find good use where we can make something out of them. But what we know we're not going to make out of them is them taking the life of our children or taking the life of fellow Jamaicans. The thing them park up in a sun, rain come wet, the sun come dry, breeze come blow. I have in Florida, they ain't get them from. The gyrat something them. Labor rights raise on a standard. If you don't raise on a standard, Andrew not go cheat on no better. Raise your standards. If you want better treatment from your leader, you have to raise your standard. People treat you how you present yourself. If all that matters to you is a KFC, they will not think that a chicken pan to go and do jerk chicken is relevant to you. Because you don't want to make money. You just want to eat a 2-piece. Anyway, globalists, remember if I start the program, no sleep. And me feel the sleeper come more and more. Thank you very much for being here with us tonight. I mean, they just come out to tell the labor right them say, don't give up your blood. These bosses, the Minister of Transport and the Prime Minister is baiting for blood. Don't give up your blood. Don't put your blood on a platter for the Prime Minister. Don't let the Prime Minister blood sacrifice be successful. You don't have to get, if your prime minister wants to sacrifice somebody, make him do it out in family. If the prime minister wants to sacrifice somebody, make him sacrifice out in family, not phone or picnic. Anyway, globalists, join us right back here tomorrow morning for the At a Glance program, when we will continue to look at the failure of the old buses. As long as the prime minister keep rubbing the old bus in our face, like how they carry them go stadium go celebrate America independence last night, we're gonna talk. So tell the prime minister to take the old bus out of our face if he don't want to quarrel about it. Okay? Thank you and good night from Global TV. If you are new to the program, please give us a follow so when we go live, you certainly will get our notification. Thanks to everyone, my moderators and supporters and everyone. Thank you and good night from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come and I, Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and four. Make out what I seen to make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, bring him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black thing, and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.